Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the layout, and Dan here as usual, and today I thought I would show you a little project of mine. Um, Really I haven't had much of my own stuff to do lately. It's just been all customer work and stuff. So this is the most latest project that I've been working on lately. Um, this is a Caboose, as you can see, not the typical freight car locomotive. I thought I would work on what's at the end of the train. And this is a car I've wanted to build for years now. Probably about 6 or 7 years I've been planning to build one of these. I'm kind of gathering up information, pictures, drawings and dimensions and stuff like that. Getting that kind of detail to build the car. What this particular caboose is a C-27A class bay window cabin. And these were specifically built for the Chessie System in the late 80s, I believe, or early 80s, one of the two. And several versions of these cars were built. The earliest was the C-26, C-26A, and then the C-27, and then the last one, the C-27A, built by the International Car Company. And this is pretty much a pretty heavy rebuild. It's basically almost a full scratch bash, really, because there's no real commercial parts available for this particular car. There's no real good starting point for this. So it just had a lot of challenges coming along trying to build this. But just a little more info on this car. Like I said, I've been wanting one of these for years, but there's no current available mass-produced model of one of these cars. Overland Brass produced a few, and just for fun, I have one over here, which if you watch my N-scale video update showing some of my N-scale stuff in my collection, I showed you this car, and this is a real C-27A. This one was by Overland Brass. They did these in HO and N-scale back in 2007, I think, or 2006. I think it was 2007. Anyways, I got the N-scale car because those are easy to find. The B&O cars are the hardest to find. Those were extremely rare. Of course, the HO ones just basically were eaten up. They're just rare, so they were hard to find. But basically, you can see what I'm going for here with the N-scale model. And what I used for this car to start with was a Walthers car, but like I said, the modifications were so extensive that you wouldn't even know this was a Walthers car anymore. It's just had so much done to it, I guess. But basically what I did, it was just a matter of patching windows, putting in new ones, modifying a few things here and there, relocating parts like the smoke jack and stuff like that. If you guys are familiar with the particular C-27A class cabin that Chessie had, it was an interesting car because it had 3 windows on this side, and then it had the one large window and then the one small little window here, and then of course the bay windows. And basically it was for some sort of passenger related reason, like kind of like a shuttle car or something. They were used for that sometimes. I think that's what the story behind the reason why they have these windows on the car. Of course, nowadays, trying to find one of these C-27A cabins with all the windows intact is getting pretty hard to find. There's just lately, since they're just used as shoving platforms now, they just basically board up the windows or plate them over with steel. So actual C-27A cabins that are fully intact are getting a little hard to spot nowadays. But I'm modeling car number 903985. I think it's going to be 903985. I haven't exactly decided on the number, but it's probably going to be that number. We'll see how it works out in the end, but it's coming along, as you can see. Right now it's in a primer coat, and I applied this after all the sanding and filling and such was done, because what needed to be done here was this primer coat isn't for painting. This is just simply to locate other little scratches and nicks in the car body that need to be filled further. And as you can see, there's a few white spots here where more putty was added. And After all the modifications, there's quite a few of them, and I've been basically spending most of the week patching and filling holes and such in the car body. That's really what I've been up to with this cabin. Getting back to the build itself on the car, like I said, I used a Walthers International car, which is based on a Milwaukee Road prototype, which is completely inaccurate for a C27A, but it's basically the only close model to a real C27A. So what I did was I cut the original sides off the car, which in this case, this one, the side part here and here, and basically made new ones from styrene and basically fabricated those in and cleaned them up. You can't even tell right now because everything's patched in and such. But lots of modifications on the body to basically blend all that in. So it's been a lot of work so far. A few differences in this car though that still make it about that, well, basically aren't 100% accurate about this car, is that the height is a little bit different on a real C27A. It's slightly taller than what this model is portrayed as. Like I said, this is a Milwaukee Road-based prototype car. The Walthers version is anyways. But like I said, it's the closest model. And it's basically the closest you're going to get to building one of these. So basically that is just a slight little difference there, but it's only like literally like maybe 2 or 3 scale inches, so you can kind of see like it's not worth changing, and that would result in having to cut the entire side off and then fabricating a scale 2-inch piece of styrene strip in there. It's completely unnecessary, and most people wouldn't even know. So I'm not gonna try to do that. And it's real close anyways. It's close enough, so it'll be all right. I haven't really gotten into much detail on this yet, just because it's still under most of the rebuild process. But the real detail you can see here is that I got the windows cut out and filled in, and I've already started to add the window sills to them, which you can see right there. I'm adding the window sills to the bay window, which are the slanted ones for the window screens. And then on this end, you can see I modified the door, and on this side, and then on this side, I filled in the one window here, and also did the same modifications to the door. And if you're wondering what these little pieces here are on the roof, those are lights. I'm going to put diodes on there to represent a light on each end of the car. So it's definitely coming along, and I'd imagine it'll probably be done possibly before the end of the month, maybe. That's cutting it a little bit close, though. It might even go into 2 months, possibly. The real challenge right now is getting decals made for this, since there's no available decals for a C27A prototype. I'm going to have Highball Graphics make me a few sheets. And, of course, if I build more of these in the future, I can have extras, which would be nice. So I'm working on that right now with Jim. Hopefully I can get some decals made. Just real quickly, I'll show you the chassis of the car and all the interior details I've been doing. I'm basically aiming for a 100% accurate model of a C27A, so all the interior had to be redone. The body of the car had to be completely remodified. As you can see, the steps are scratch built. Those are scratch bashed into the factory deck. They're extended a bit, and then of course I basically just reattached the new decks directly to the platform with the extensions. Those will look a little much better once they're all painted and blended in, but all the body work and stuff on that is done. The chassis is basically ready to go. It's ready for paint. There's a few other little details I'll add. As you can see on the bottom is highly detailed. I added all the brake lines, all the chains and rigging and such to the bottom of the car, and I got a few other little pipes like the drain cocks and stuff, which need to be added, but that'll be in the last stages of detailing. So it's coming along. And just to show you real quick, here's the bottom. You can see all the extensive detailing I've done. It's coming along really good, and I really like the detail on it. It's looking really nice. And this box right here is the new battery box too. That's also was fabricated from styrene. On this truck, which is the factory truck, I'm working on making the generator, which you can see this tiny part here. It's not completely done yet, but it's coming along. So just little details like that is really the main part of this build, basically, is those little details. I'm aiming for a 100% accurate model, so I'm trying to get basically as close as possible to this. So it's coming along. Like I said, it should be done soon enough. But I just thought I'd show you guys this, and I'll keep you updated on it, of course, as it goes along. And another challenge this will propose is being that this would be the first Chessie System model I've ever painted. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully well, but hopefully in the end it'll look somewhat like the N-scale model. We'll have to see how that goes. But just thought I'd show you guys that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little update video here. And I'll have some more videos coming soon. But in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care.